Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rasha from Peridot Makeup. Quite a few of you have requested a simple evening eye makeup look that they can do themselves without lashes. So here it is. I'll simplify it as much as I can, but please, if you have any questions, pause the video straight away and write me your question in the comment section below. I'm showing you the technique and please feel free to use any shade that you want to. I went with purple because it's a little bit more playful, it's a little bit more evening-y, and it goes with all eye colors. You've actually asked me for outlining the eyes rather than creating a winged liner, which I think is really good because this is the basics of learning how to do eyeliner. So I'm really happy that you're thinking of let's learn the basics first before we go out and into the deep. I hope that I've clarified the steps to take with eyeliner enough for you, but again, please, if you have any questions, if it's still not clear, leave me your comments. If you don't leave me the comments, then I won't know what you want, okay? I get many messages on Instagram, so I may not always see all of your messages, so please leave your comments in YouTube under this video. Make sure you check out my other videos, which will help you as well with makeup basics, not just the eye makeup, but also foundation and skincare, etc. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, then please do so. Make sure you give my videos a like and give me your comments, leave me your comments so I know what you think of them, what works and what doesn't work for you guys. So I can improve as well, so I can deliver you the videos that you really want to see. Okay, I'll stop talking now and let's get started. Always start with the primer on the eyelids. It's up to you if you want to use a slightly tinted one or a clear one. Make sure you put the primer all the way inside because this part here gets really dark because it gets so much shadow from the eyebrow bone and the nose and also the eyes. So it gets really dark in there. We want to brighten that area up. Now please be mindful that some primers need to be set with powder, in which case go ahead and set the eyelid with powder. This one that I'm using from Inglot doesn't need setting, so I'm going to go in straight with eyeshadow. Before I do anything with the eyeshadow, I want to create some depth. I want to control where my mobile eyelid ends. This is going to be an illusion for the eye. Obviously I can't physically move the eyelid, I can't physically lift it up, however I can give the illusion of a wider mobile eyelid area. So for example, when I look straight ahead, my eyelid crease is right here. Instead of drawing the crease right there, I'm going to draw it a little bit higher, which is just literally underneath the brow bone, which is up here. So this will give me all this space to work with. Now this is a really good trick for those with hooded eyes or those with mature skin. So I'm going to create that depth with a brownish shade. It's a cool brown shade rather than a warm shade. Anything that you need to shade, you need to use a cool toned brown. The easiest way where to draw the transition is to feel where the brow bone is and just underneath it, so literally in the eye socket. So I'm going to start off from the outside and then bring it in. It also helps to hold the brush at the end rather than at the front, because this will give you a light pressure, whereas if you hold it like this, it'll give you a really hard pressure, and that's going to make it more difficult to blend. Now what's also really important to remember is that even though the crease of my eyes wants to end here, that I don't take the transition shade all the way down here, because if I bring it all the way down there, it's going to give me a saggy eye. Okay, we want to create that lift. So if you draw a diagonal line from the end of your eyelashes up towards the eyebrows or towards the temples, then you can have a rough guide as to where the eyeshadow can end. In this case, you know that it needs to end here, rather than if you drew a straight line, you would take it all the way down here, and you can almost imagine how saggy the eyelid would look. Once you're happy with the blend, you can just lift and pull the outer bit, and that's going to create us that lift. Remember, makeup is called makeup and not follow up, so you don't actually follow the part that you want to create an illusion of. In this case, the eyelid crease. For the crease brush, I recommend you use a fluffy brush, so similar to a blending brush, but with a little bit shorter hairs and a bit more compressed. Next step is to pile on some color. I'm going to go in with a warm toned purple because my skin has a warm undertone. If you have a cool undertone, then feel free to go for a more bluey purple. Now I'm using a, again, fluffy brush, but the hairs are not as tall. It always helps to tap off the excess, and that avoids you from having fallout. And also by pressing the product in, so remember you have all the space to utilize, so make sure you use every single millimeter, and take it all the way up to the crease that you created. By pressing the product on, it'll keep the rest of your makeup nice and tidy without having the fallout on your cheeks. Now make sure you go really gentle on the inner corner. I know it sounds like common sense, but some people do struggle with that. So hold the brush flat and just bring in the inner corner, or if you feel more comfortable, use a smaller brush to bring it into the inner corner, because we really want to avoid having purple in here, which will add darkness to that already dark area. So tap it on, and then again in the end, pull and lift out, pull and lift out. This will naturally give us that blend. Now bring it up a little bit towards the transition so everything marries together nicely. Next you can go in with glitter, but I'm going to use shimmer instead of glitter today. And I'm going to go in with, again, a warm toned shimmery color. Now in order to do that, I recommend you use a really flat packed brush, so a really compressed brush, something like this, which is nice and flat. The hairs are really dense together. The more dense the brush is, the more product it will pick up. It's up to you where you want to place it really. You can create the halo effect, in which case you just put it in the center, or you can bring it all the way into the inner corner. And see how far up you can go, because you created the transition up there. So you have all that space to play with.
No, really. You could have listened to the radio.
This is really one of the simplest eye makeup looks. Now we're going to copy what we did on the upper eyelid on the lower lid. So we're going to use a small brush, small fluffy brush, and it's quite thin. And I'm going to go in with the same purple that I used for the upper lid. I'm going to apply that all over, leaving out the inner corners like I did on the upper lid. And then I'm going to go in with a shimmery shade, and I'm just applying that underneath the lower lashes, again approximately along the same line. Feel free to use a smaller brush as well for that. And then I recommend you go in with a lighter shade, let's say champagne or gold or even bronze depending on your skin tone, and putting that in the inner corners of the eyes to brighten the area up. I'm going to go in with champagne, and that's going to reflect the light nicely and brighten up the eye area, make me look less tired. You can use the same shade underneath your eyebrows if you want. Now the part that most of you struggle with the most is lining the eyes. Now we're not talking eyeliner, we are talking just simply lining the eyes and giving them that lift with the tiniest of lines. You'll need your favorite type of eyeliner. Now it's up to you if you want to go for a felt tip, which basically looks like a pen, or if you want to use gel liner. Now these two are my preferred recommendations for you as a beginner. The liquid eyeliner depends on the brush that it comes with. If it's like a felt tip brush, then fine, by all means, but if it's like a brush that actually wiggles too much, then it's probably going to be a lot harder for you to control. You can also practice with eyeshadow as long as you use a small angled brush and it's really thin, so precision is really key here, and short haired as well. So you can do the same principle with eyeshadow as with gel liner as long as the brush is really small. Dip in the brush into the gel liner. What's very important with gel liners is that you clean off the excess. So press the brush flat either on the back of your hand or on a tissue if you want, but not like that, okay? Just to remove any excess. The easiest way to explain to you how to go ahead and draw a small line for those without hooded lids. If the end of your lower lashes goes up that way, then you just pretend that you're drawing another line to extend your lower lashes. So start off with the very end of your lashes, not down here, the very last bit of your lower lash line, okay? If you don't have many lower lashes, then still follow the lash line, okay, or the waterline, which is often called, okay? So follow that part and just extend it. Pretend that you're making it look longer. So go in the same angle, couple of millimeters, or depending on how long or small or big your eyes are, and then stop there. What you want to do next is you want to connect that end bit with the highest point of your eyes. So if you look straight ahead and you'll look at the pupil of your eye, you draw a little dot, so this will be your guide. And then you try to connect the end together with that dot. Really take your time. I want you to really take your time and do that. What's really important to remember is not to pull your skin, because when you let go it'll be all wiggly, even though you think, oh, it's a really straight line. As soon as you let go and your skin goes loose again, it'll look really wiggly and bumpy. And try not to do that too much, okay? And definitely don't do that. That's just going to create chaos for you. So try and keep your eye as relaxed as possible. If you can close one lid, perfect. So draw it as quickly or as slowly as you want. Feel free to do like little dots so you know how to connect them. And then bring them together. Now this part is what you need most practice with, okay? Make sure you practice it over and over, and trust me, your hand muscles will automatically get stronger. The stronger they get, the easier it will be for you, because you'll get used to the grip, the way you hold the brush as well, and it's really important to hold it close to the tip so that you have more control and the color becomes more intense. And then all you do is fill in the gap. Bring it down as close to the real lashes as you can. And there you have it. If you want to bring the line down all the way to the inner corners, just press in the liner with dots rather than with a line, because it's really important that the closer you get to the inner corner, the thinner the line is. Once you're happy with it and you feel brave, feel free just to extend the line, and again you go at the same angle that you started with, okay? This technique works for those without hooded eyes. With hooded eyes, I'll show you another technique, another time. If you want to put gel liner or kohl pencil in the waterline, feel free to do so. I do recommend that you do the upper lashes at the very least. This will make your eyelashes look thicker and add length to them. I'm only putting the gel liner in the center of my lower waterline, staying away from the edges. Next thing is curling your lashes and mascara. Remember to wiggle and pull, coat the upper side as well as the lower side. Wiggle and pull. This will separate your lashes and really coat every single lash. Lashes are optional, of course, but if you do want to create the length, then I recommend you put half lashes on, ones which are longer on the end than the inside. And that's it really for eye makeup. It's a really simple look, which looks like you spend a really long time doing. And you can really play around with the colors, you can play around whether to make it daytime or nighttime. You don't have to use the eyeliner at all. If you want to keep it to daytime, you can use brown eye pencil or brown kohl pencil or gel liner, whatever you want, instead of the black to make it more daytime. You can swap over the shimmer with a matte color. There's really many ways to wear this type of eyeshadow. I really hope that you will experiment with it. And please let me know in the comments if you've tried it and how easy it was. And that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Once you got the hang of drawing your eyes or doing the eyeliner, then you can really play around with it. Go your house, have it as short or long as you want to, as thick or as thin as you want to. Hopefully this will help you do your makeup yourself. Remember to be playful with makeup, use colors. Makeup is very individual, and I'm here to help you to express yourself through makeup. Using purple is a bit more playful than using the usual neutral shades, but it also really enhances any eye color, regardless whether you have blue, grey, green or brown eyes. Please let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video, if it was simplified enough or if there are some points that you need more clarification on. I hope this video will help you with your makeup game. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Check out my other videos and feel free to share my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.